The first thing we're going to do is take out our little package of Hampton Art stamps, and we're going to look for the little birdie. You can use the little birdie, the bird cages, the trailer, any stamp you want at this point, because what we're going to be doing is using our watermark ink pad. So once you have your image picked out, take the stamp, place it on the acrylic block, press firmly to make sure that it's even on the surface. And next you'll want to get out the notebook if you don't already have it out. Take the notebook, lay it flat on the edge so that you can get a nice crisp image, and just randomly stamp your image or sentiment all around. Okay, does everybody have their base stamped? Okay, the next image we're going to use is a little birdie, and there's a little piece of white cardstock. Take out the cardstock, the dark brown chalk ink, place your images on the little cubes. Stamp on the ink pad, make sure they're covered thoroughly, and then firmly press, but not too hard, because if you push and rock, you will get blurred lines, blurred images. Okay, and before I cut out the birds, have you inked them yet? What you're going to want to do is give them a little, make sure they're dry. Take your smooch, treat it like your little nail polish bottle, give it a couple taps, and then open it up. And you'll notice that it has a very fine tip. So my recommendation is, do not color directly like this. Color on the side. Do it sideways so that you can keep the tip a very fine point tip and use it for detail work. Once you have your birdies colored, set them aside for a minute. And then pull out your branch stamp, pull out a strip, your biggest strip of the brown cardstock. Set your birdies and your branch on your notebook. We're going to come back to those. The next thing we're going to move to is a technique where you use spritz and smooch spritz and embossing folders to create texture. I've already done this step for you. The first one has already been embossed and spritzed, and I'm going to let you guys sand it. The second one does not have spritz on it, and you guys are going to actually use the spritz to see how it works. So what you would normally do is just take your paper, spritz it before you put it in the embossing folder. Place it in the embossing folder damp, because you're also going to get a much more crisp image this way. Following manufacturer's directions, and then you just roll it through. And then you take it out of the folder and it will be like this. So that way it's embossed and spritzed all the way through. And what you need to do now, once I give you the sandpaper, is just gently, because you don't want to take too much off, place it down firm. And if you want, you can even take your acrylic block and place the sandpaper on it and just go like that so you get a nice even, yes, on the one I already did. We'll come back and spritz the other one in just a second. And you'll see the other color pop through. And you can go as light or as dark as you want. And so now you have a sparkly background with a subtle pattern on the front. Okay, now to actually see how we did that, if you want to take your spritz in front of you, if you have a pool of pearlized color at the bottom, you can take it and do that. You can do the little baton shake, But however you do it, you want to make sure that there's nothing pooled in the bottom. I like to lay mine flat. And just put a few little squirts on it. Sometimes you can stand them up in the back and achieve a totally different look, because then it's straight on. So just depending on the look that you want. If you have your components together, you can start assembling. We have Helmar 450 Quick Dry. And then if you want to give it dimension, I also have Helmar Zap Dots, the clear ones, so that you can layer, like stack them up and make your birdies higher than the other ones. What I like to do with the design adhesives is to cut out the section that I want and then place it, rub it with my finger, and you'll see it change color and you'll know that it's adhered. And then just lift up. Put the foil on your red square.
That I put on already?
That's okay. You can put it at the top. I cut my little pieces out so I can place them exactly where I want them, just like she did.
Oh, it's the diamonds.
Yes.
Hello.
So just cut three little diamonds out.
Oh,
And then just once you cut your diamonds out, decide where you want them, then pull them apart, then place them down. So that way you can get your positioning right.
thank you.
You're very welcome. I hope you've enjoyed it. It definitely is. Well, thank you for coming.